Hey you guys, it is Libra gang. Hopefully you don't hear all of the fireworks going off in my background, but I live in a neighborhood where they are able to shoot off fireworks pretty much damn near year round. But they started about 5 p.m. today, and it is officially 7 something Eastern Standard Time. And yeah, we're coming in the new year the right way. Big bang, big bang. But hey, you guys, I was reaching out for all my Libra gang. And it is you guys' time to get you guys' timeless reading. Whenever you do get this and see this reading, it will be for your time, for you to see it. And I'm strictly based on what you need at that moment. So without further ado, let's definitely get started. Let's see. We're going to start off with some Chakra Goddess cards to give me some information for Libra. Got cards trying to fly out at me. This is going to be pretty fun. Alright, so you guys got the Orange Chakra Fairy, which that is a pretty decent card. I'm going to go over these after I get a couple pulled. You've also got Eros, my Libras. That is a pretty decent vision as well. Let me see if I can get this to come back some more. There we go. Eros for our Chakra Goddess. What else we got going on here? Oh, self-assurance. Self-assurance. And courageous intent. Courageous intent. So let's definitely talk about this. So with your orange chakra fairy, what you got? I'm gonna try to get through these. So the orange chakra fairy represents the sacral chakra, and it's located in your lower abdomen. The orange chakra fairy teaches us how to be happy and confident. She is happy and presents herself as confident and sociable. Look at how she's sitting on this mushroom, which is pretty interesting. All chilling out and stuff. It says that her skills are working very harmoniously with others, and often leads her to success in whatever she's putting her energies towards. Even when others perceive that she has failed in a task, she does not see it that way. Her enthusiasm is self-assuredness, and sees it only as a minor setback. She will always embrace a lesson to be learned as a part of her adventure. The orange chakra fairy has a zest for life, such as you do. People watch you filled by without the baggage of inhibitations. Jesus Lord, me, am I reading today? And may often find it difficult to understand you as deep and as a deep and thoughtful person. On the outside, you appeared as a happy person, full of life, always seeking the next adventure. However, you are so much more deeper than this. Your behavior of heading straight into the burning building when everyone else is exiting tends to scare people and leads them to believe you as being very reckless. On the contrary, you possess an unsustainable need to lead a full life and experience all of the lessons that Spirit has to offer you. Don't succumb to the fears of others. Continue to live your life to the fullest, and people will begin to understand your courage as being a positive example of strength and character. That is pretty cool. You got Eros. All right, Eros is the Greek god of love, born the son of Aphrodite. He is considered to be the most beautiful and youngest of the Greek gods. He is depicted as a young winged boy holding a bow and arrow in his hand and often represented as, and is often represented as Cupid. Eros fell in love with Psyche, and because he was so beautiful, he insisted that she would never look upon him for her own safety, and therefore would only meet in the darkness of the night. After much pressure from her family, who did not believe her story of his beauty, Psyche tricked Eros by lighting a lamp. As she saw his beauty, she began to tremble, and as she did, hot oil from the lamp fell on Eros and burnt him. In physical and emotional pain, he flew away, wondering why she had doubted him. Aphrodite seeks revenge on Psyche. However, Eros heals from his wounds. He returns to Psyche to rescue her from his mother. They then marry and live out their lives together. Like Eros, your commitment to your family and friends whom you love is overwhelming. You give your all and never think twice about the energy you put into your relationships. As you are very satisfied by how it makes you feel and are much loved in return. At times you don't feel like this is true, and this is one of those moments. You have little to fear as your loved one is just preoccupied at present and is not giving you the attention that is normally given to you. They have no idea you're feeling left out right now. These past fears of abandonment are influencing you at present. Just recognize these feelings belong in the past and let them go. Give your loved one a moment and a bit of space to get back on their feet, and everything will return to normal, just as you like it. All right, self-assurance. Self-assurance is a quality which we work really hard to gain, and that can be taken from us with very little effort. Particularly when we are willing to allow others to damage our sense of worth and self-esteem. Self-assurance is based on the belief that we value ourselves and are willing to allow others to have their opinions that differ from ours, yet still stand strong in what we believe in to be our truth. Self-assurance is something that you usually don't lack, but you have allowed someone to undermine your sense of trust, and this has extended to the trust you once had in yourself. This person does not deserve to have so much power. Initially, you were tricked into allowing this person to make decisions for you, and now you don't know how to stop it. Try harder. You can regain your power in this situation, and when you do, you will have to make a commitment to yourself not to allow this to occur again. This is just the first test. The others won't be so difficult if you conquer this one. All right. And then very lastly, you have courageous intent. Courage is not limited to bold and daring acts. In fact, the most elusive courage is found within our very self. It is the ability to dig deep and not to find, but to listen to your own inner wisdom. Then the next step is to trust it and act accordingly. This is the true test of blind faith and what is courageous intent is really about. You are surrounded by hurt and frustration. It's like there's a war waging all around you, and you have no idea where to go next. In the midst of the battle, you have become accustomed to taking instruction and doing as you're told, even when it's against your own better judgment. And as a result, you have disconnected from your inner voice that you used to depend on. You used to really be good at listening to your inner wisdom, but lately you have lost the confidence. And when you do listen, you doubt the messages. Get back to trusting your own feelings. You will feel better for it, and it will always hold you in a good stead. Trust in yourself again, because this is the one situation where you're definitely right. Oh, so that is a very intense start, you guys. I'm going to pull out some of our Witches Tarot. Like I said, I did a lot of pre-shuffling so that I wouldn't have to shuffle on video. but as luck would have it, I've got a lot going on over here. So let's see what's going on. Oh. All right, you guys got the 10 of Wands. So lately you guys have been carrying a lot of past burdens, past thoughts. I know this year has kind of been a rough year for everybody. And a lot of our understanding has just been, you know, like, oh, it's one burden after another. We're carrying one thing on top of another. And your thoughts are heavy and very uptight. You guys got the Knight of Wands after that. And which is letting me know that things have just been feeling like they've just been coming upon you left and right. Left and right has been one thing after another. It's almost as if like you get over a hurdle and then you're right back to struggling, where you feel weighed down by these thoughts. Yeah, it's been, you know, a lot of conversations been had, you know, inner fights with yourself. Other people have been having comments and making, you know, having their thoughts, playing on what your present is and what your past. You got the Sevens of Wands. And if you notice, like in here, she's got this stick and she's up higher than everybody else. And these people down beneath her that are below her are trying to, you know, poke and prod their way in. But she's in a defensive stance. So she's not going to let them knock her down. Or have her where she is not feeling like herself. She's not going to allow their words to beat her up and make her feel like she's not doing the best she can with her circumstance. And you know, I never see these cards as gender specific, so I may be saying she. That's more so just because of what I'm looking at. This could, you know, if you're masculine, this could definitely be speaking to your feminine self, or if you relate as masculine. If you're feminine, you know, this, and you relate in a feminine way, this may also be feminine for you. I know that there's been a lot of toughness between you juggling something where it's either all work or no play, or you're like all business and no fun. But there's a situation that you feel like you've been juggling, and this could also pertain to work. This could pertain to a relationship. Let me see. Can we get a little clarity on that Two of Pentacles, please? What is this pertaining to? Oh, yeah, your home life. This could definitely be playing around with your home life balance right now. But you are getting the Strength card. You got the Six of Cups. So your dreams are starting to fall into place. But it's like you're being pulled between making your dream decisions and doing your daily routine. Yeah, you guys got the Six of Cups came right behind that Two of Pentacles. To kind of clarify on the Two of Pentacles. You also got the Strength card right behind that, followed by the Six of Wands. What, you know, that's a victory strut right there. You know, she has that wreath that's on the stick that she's holding and she's walking with. You know, this is a victory strut. This is everybody else following behind her as she leads the way. You know, you guys are going to start pushing your way through your ideas, your goals. You're going to be more focused. It's not going to be as much emotional turmoil throughout this time that you guys are going through, because you're focused. You're going into this new phase with a very strong hold of what you're wanting and what you're trying to do. If you notice that both of the Six of Wands and the Knight of Cups, you know, they're riding forward in a forward direction. The horses are kind of slightly heads down, like they're, you know, on speed fast. And it's like you're coming out of thought into realization. Like your victory that you visioned already is now starting to come out into a real life play. Yeah, all your hard work is starting to pay off. You guys got the Eight of Pentacles to follow right behind that. Yeah, I told you guys were juggling some things. You got the Two of Swords. You're trying to figure out whether you go on a path. I mean, which direction to go into. You've got the new moon, so there's new opportunities that have come your way. and you are trying to decide if you take the path that you're already walking on or if you go into this new opportunity. But you're feeling as if you're not really able to see your way through it, but you're definitely being guided by the divine. Yeah, you got the Seven of Swords in reverse, so you're not walking away as a wounded warrior. You are walking away with a lot of communication. The Hierophant card came right after that as well, letting us know that this is kind of time for you to listen to your inner voice, take heed, because you are being guided in the right direction from self and from source. Yeah, you got the Eight of Cups. So you guys are starting to walk on a new journey. This new journey is taking you towards, achieving more of your dreams, where you may have left some things back behind that you just weren't really focusing on. And some past emotions. Because there's both a crescent moon and also a full moon, which is telling me that there's, new beginnings happening. With you guys getting the Empress card, you guys are going through some self-strengthening times. This is time to take care of your looks, your health. Pay very close attention to how you are walking around. Go take your bath, go brush your teeth, go, get back in your routine. Because you went through a slight depression at one point, feeling like you were missing out on something, but you're actually right on the right path, headed into the next direction. Yeah, the Four of Pentacles is coming up. The finances are your mental, your finances, your emotional, everything is starting to stable itself out. You're starting to learn to balance your money better. You may even be traveling and going to the inner city. There may still be some back and forth that you have between you and some close people around you that have their mindset. I know that there are a lot of political things going on right now that may also be affecting you. But, everything that you've been putting forth is is definitely paying itself off. You got the Seven of Pentacles, which is all of your harvest. Everything's growing. And your finances are definitely going in a more positive direction this year. Let's see, what else? Anything else for my Libras? Oh, we got the Fool card. The Virgo also had the Fool card earlier as well. But they had it in the reverse position. With the King of Wands and coming out, there's that chameleon, which goes to just show me that you kind of blend in into your environment. And a lot of times, instead of you doing everything that you can to stand out, you'll, do everything to try to blend in. Or, no matter where you walk into, you're able to fit into that environment. There is also... There may be some Capricorn influence that you're having, and Taurus influences. There may even be some Cancer that's going on with you, and some connection to a Cancer as to why you were feeling so down before. But you're not playing the fool anymore. Like, you are at this point, you're living your life, your best life. That you feel like the sun is shining down on you. You're walking into everything with high hopes and without any negative thoughts. So I think that's a pretty good thing. All right, give me a couple more cards. Oh, awesome. So you got the Temperance card, just, basically telling you to have patience while everything works itself out. And it's almost like you have one foot in the door and one foot out of the door, but you're definitely getting there. So with the red wings there on that Temperance card, that is a lot of victory to me. You guys are, no longer, waking up in the middle of the night having the stress. With the Four of Swords, it's in coming out in reverse. You're no longer giving up on your dreams. You're no longer going to be laying down for nothing, or should I say settling for less. What else? You may even have a change of field in work, and there may be a decision that has to be made. Remember I was telling you that I was seeing that Two of Swords. I want to see what our archangels have to say for our Libras. Okay. I mean, this just feels like it's confirmation on top of confirmation. You got the Five of Michael. It's letting you know that the situation that you had been dealing with, it doesn't serve you, and that you have to release your attachment to that, to like the outcome of. Excuse me, you guys. I've been sick. The you have to be able to release your attachment to the outcome, to however this plays out. You know, you've seen this only playing out in one way, and it's kind of like stressing you out, and you've got to leave this into the hands of Source. Leave this in the hands of God. Like, let him be able to carry your burdens for you so that you can release the worry. Because as long as you're trying to control the outcome, you're not allowing for what's meant to happen and occur. And also, it definitely consider taking a more positive approach, an uplifting approach to the situation. You guys also got the Knight of Ariel, which is definitely trustworthy and understanding. Being devoted and funny. It is definitely so much that needs to be accomplished. But if you make a very, very detailed plan, everything will kind of work itself out. And that right now you're being watched over by someone that is very kind, and that has your best interest in heart. So just keep that plan, that detailed plan. And even though there is a lot for you to accomplish and a lot to achieve to hit your goals, if you take one small goal at a time, you'll start attacking and achieving those goals one by one. You also got the Seven of Ariel, which goes back to the Seven of Pentacles. And you definitely have invested very wisely your time, your finances, your emotions, your mindset. So at this time, it's definitely telling you to have patience and to wait for the harvest. You look at all the progress that you've made, look back on where you were this time last year and see where you are now. And make sure that you make plans for your next steps, for your next, your next goal, the next adventure that's needing to take place. You also got the Four of Raphael, which you definitely need to seek out other possibilities. So like I was saying earlier with the Five of Michael, as far as you not trying to control the outcome, there could be 1,000 ways that this situation that you're going through can play itself out. But you need to look towards the magic of life. Like, be aware of your own emotions. I've been getting a lot of cards where during this time right now, people are definitely being told, throughout a couple of readings that I've had over the last week or two, a couple of days even, where being very aware and actively aware or proactively aware of your emotions is going to be very important right now so that you can make rational decisions. Let's see what your angels and ancestors have to say. Definitely sit back and wait for some important information to come your way. Your angels and ancestors are sending out the oracle, which is saying that there's definitely some important things that are coming, and information that you're going to need to put yourself, to gear yourself for the rest of the things that you need to do. You also got the Seer, which is telling you to see beyond the current situation. So don't look at things for like the right, like Like, I'm going to do this for today, but not worry about my future, or, not look at how things are going to affect in the long run, like how your actions today will affect you 3 months from now or 6 months from now. You also got the High Priestess, which is advising you to harness your mystic powers. So dig deep within yourself. Bring out that uniqueness and those creativity that you got. Surround yourself with protective energy. So, praying, staying positive, burning candles, taking baths, having spiritual baths, listening to meditation music. Protect yourself so that negativity of other people cannot get in and cloud your judgment. You got 3 last cards from your angels and ancestors. And you guys got the Hunter. It says, track down your fears and your desires. So look deep into what it is that you really want, what you're really afraid of happening, and don't focus on what you don't want to happen. Focus on what you do want to happen. You also got the Shaolin Master, and he's telling you to be very graceful in your movement and your actions. So, don't go out looking for blood, trying to gain vengeance. But you also did receive the mountains, which is telling you to stand your ground, because the mountains are just as high as low beneath the earth line as they are above, that you can see. So it's not very easy to move a mountain. I don't like uneven numbers, so I'm going to pull one more card. You guys got the Medicine Mother, which is definitely honor your inner knowing. So, the whole reading has kind of been clarifying about you, honoring your inner self, listening to your inner wisdom and your inner guidance. You are being, told to be patient and to wait out the harvest of all the hard work that you have done. Libra, you have got this. You've got to bring yourself to a point to where you're no longer doubting yourself, doubting your capabilities, and doubting the person you are and the type of person that you are with the intentions that you have. I'm going to pull a couple of numerology cards, and then I'm going to close out your reading. And, oh no, I'm going to pull out a couple of overall as well. But then that'll be the closeout of your reading. So let's get your numerology cards out. There's going to be a relationship change. You got 5 and 56, which equals 11. There's also the parenting card, which is 63, and the 13, which is effort. So a lot of your relationships are taking different forms of change, whether they're friendships, parental relationships. They aren't as negative as that they had been in quite some time. You are, starting to gain more clarity when it comes to your parenting skills and how you're speaking out. You may even be becoming a parent. So you may be pregnant and have babies on the way. But it's definitely going to require a lot of effort from you to make some rational decisions. I want to read over these numerologies for us. 56. All right, so the 56, the relationship change, it says this card indicates a time when a relationship in your life is going through a period of change. This adjustment is inevitable and necessary for the natural progression of the relationship, and the wisdom and the experience gained will be of great benefit to all involved. Whether a child is leaving home, a partner or friendship has ended, or a loved one or a friend or coworker or a colleague or neighbor is going through a change, and you know that you and the other person are divinely guided and protected and have the strength to carry on. This card also indicates a positive relationship change, such as a declaration of commitment, for example, a wedding, engagement, It also can indicate the resolution of ongoing problem or dispute. The affirmation for this card is my relationships grow and evolve with the greater good of all. You guys also got 63, which was parenting. This card indicates that you have the natural gift for parenting and working with children. Perhaps you have a child or children of your own, and maybe there are children within your extended family or circle of friends. Maybe you play the parental role within your relationships with others who tend to behave like children. Whether the case may be, your ability to teach, whatever the case may be, your ability to teach, nurture, and guide the next generation rises the vibration of the world. Every ounce of time, attention, love, and support you invest in a child pays dividends down the road. This is a time to honor and embrace the significant role you play in the life of a child, whether it is your own or that of a partner, neighbor, relative, client, or friend. Do not underestimate the importance of your unconditional love and guidance, because even a small gesture can have a massive impact on a child's life. The affirmation is I love and nurture children and make the world a brighter place. The very last card you got was 13, which was effort. And this card indicates a time when extra effort is required to overcome your current obstacles and challenges. You are now being tested, and your attitude is definitely going to be the key. Rather than surrender to self-pity, laziness, negativity, or frustration, you must utilize your inner power, for you are stronger than you think. When the going gets tough, the tough must get going. So pull yourself together and have faith in your success. By drawing this card, you are being encouraged to call upon your inner and outer resources to achieve the outcome you desire, rather than succumb to quick fix solutions, shortcomings, or manipulation. You must plan, focus, and act with tenacity and drive. With effort and determination, you will break through all restrictions that are presently holding you back. Your affirmation is with optimism, faith, and effort, I overcome my challenges. That is deep. I'm going to pull 3 cards for your overall read. All right, so your overall messages are inner strength. It says you have a great courage and kindness. You may not realize how strong and powerful you are, but there is no problem you cannot solve. The compassion you so freely give to others must also be given to yourself. Stand strong in your convictions if the right answer is to tell someone no. So your ancient ancestors were telling you to stand your ground. I think that definitely is a strong heed, and a very good overall message. You also got the 7 of abundance. You guys have been getting 7s a lot throughout this whole reading, Libra. Have patience. Sometimes dreams grow slowly. Do not worry. The hard work you've invested will bring about a bountiful harvest. This is a good time to prepare because things will soon move forward very quickly. Use this time to rest and plan. You got the 6 of thought, and its peaceful times are on the horizon. The storms have passed, and now you can see that your destination is within sight. The stress in your life will begin to fade away, allowing for happier times. It may be necessary to take a journey over water or to another country. You guys, I think this reading overall speaks magic, and it speaks volumes. Just having assurance in yourself and believing in that inner strength, knowing that everything that you've been working on is coming out into play. You literally pretty much got the 7 of Pentacles 5 different times in 5 different ways in this reading. So I like this. I think I'm going to name this 7 of abundance because it definitely is your time of abundance, Libra. I thank you guys for joining, for watching. Definitely do not forget to like, subscribe, and share. Leave comments below if this resonated at all with any of you. I definitely appreciate your time. Happy New Year's, you guys. Have a blessed day, and I'll see you soon.